It is the Irritating Show. And I'm your host, Crazy Ivan. It is Tuesday, and it is 4:16 in the morning, and I'm not going to be on camera today because I don't want to be on camera today because it's my show and you can't do anything about it. It is the Irritating Show. Let's get some music. This is Phil Collins. It's the Irritating Show. And I'm your host, Crazy Ivan. We have a great show for you today. Welcome once again to the Irritating Show. I'm your host, Crazy Ivan. The show today is called Reefer Madness. Legalize marijuana frees resources to fight real crime. This is from an article from 10/16/2000. I know it's been a long time. A long time. But, you know something? It's still relevant today. Why is that? Because we have so many people out there wanting to throw people's lives away over a nugget. And even Chick-fil-A believes in smoking pot. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Chick-fil-A says that they serve nuggets. Well, nuggets is another pejorative for marijuana. And the article is by James Bovard. James Bovard is an author of many things. He lives in Washington, D.C. And I agree and I disagree with some of this article. Yes. And it as a person who has got some time and will soon be 21,900 days. Yes, 21,900 days. It's absolutely insane what I've seen transpire in this nation. We have a virtual army with no arms, quote unquote, marching towards this nation. Now, Larry, no, I won't. I'll quit acting stupid. But that's how I made my mark, is acting stupid. As a person who is a thinking person, and we have very few thinking people anymore. We are a nation that is failing. Why? It's failing in many different areas. One of the areas we're failing in is economics, and that's another show. Of course, all of it is it's orchestrated, and there's no real reason to believe that it's not orchestrated, because Franklin Delano Roosevelt says, if anything happens in politics, you can best bet it was planned that way. Now, the article is Reefer Madness, okay, and the subtitle is Legalize Marijuana Frees Resources to Fight Real Crime. I can go along with that. How much power should people have to punish other people for politically incorrect habits? Since 1937, the U.S. government has been waging war against marijuana users. According to the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, 70+ million Americans have used marijuana at least once in their life, or their lifetime, rather. Yet the federal government still considers marijuana to be the great Satan, and I can't disagree with that. Okay, nearly 700,000 people were arrested for marijuana violations in 1998. More people were arrested for murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, and other things. Let me see. And now, as the National Organization, National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws points out, law enforcement, the resources are limited. I agree with that. The time police spend on marijuana crackdowns. Now they're talking about crack. The time they have spent to... it's ridiculous, folks. All right, let me see. This article is not... I'm not seeing all the article. But anyway, can we do impressive body counts in Vietnam style potheads? Marijuana laws are more harmful than marijuana. A National Academy of, let me see, all right, let me, quote unquote, except for marijuana use, the range of effects, all right, well, anyway, a 1999 study of the University of, it's out of the page, all right, has, well, let's say this, all right, the British Medical Journal Lancet editorial in 1995, the smoking of cannabis, even long-term use, is not harmful to health. I don't necessarily agree with that. But anyway, according to more than 100 published reports, marijuana can provide medical benefits to people suffering from multiple sclerosis, I agree, glaucoma, I agree, asthma, and other effects of a stroke. And the effects of a stroke, rather. Marijuana is also invaluable for people suffering from chemotherapy and the effects of AIDS treatments. Well, I believe that's proven. A 1999 Gallup poll found that almost 3/4 of Americans favor permitting the use of marijuana as medicine. Yet, the so-called drug czar, now you don't hear the term drug czar anymore. And who do they have? A maggot. General Barry McCafferty ridicules claims of marijuana as medical benefits, marijuana's medical benefits, rather, as Cheech and Chong medicine. He didn't know what he's talking about. There's a photo op. When was the last time you heard anything from General Barry McCafferty? He's probably on his boat somewhere smoking a joint. Okay, now, most people who smoke pot let me see. Most people who smoke marijuana do not do so for medical purposes. That's true. I used to get stoned when I was a teenager. I don't get stoned anymore. Unless one considers alleviation of tension or boredom or unhappiness as medical. Well, maybe that could be. Marijuana may have fewer side effects than Prozac, Zoloft, and other widely used antidepressants. Well, yeah, it's a plant that grows up out of the ground. Look what Prozac and Zoloft has done. Eye bleeding, nose bleeding, hair bleeding, ear bleeding. You may open the eye of Thundera. Yes. Anyway, the article goes on to say it is also debatable whether moderate marijuana use is more mind-numbing than an addiction to television. Excessive marijuana use can, like excessive alcohol consumption, zap a person's will and undermine their character. I can go along with that to a point. But simply because some substance is harmful in some circumstances does not justify allowing politicians to seize more power over everyone. The war on marijuana is failing to protect children's. The children. Yeah, it's failing. Okay, the percentage of 8th graders who use marijuana tripled between 1991 and 1997. The high school students, 90%, reported that marijuana was fairly easy, quote, and fairly easy, quote, to get in 1998 than ever before, according to a federal-funded anti-drug survey. We had those when I was in the high school in the 70s. There is no proof that legalized marijuana would result in increased usage. Well, no. Usually when you legalize something, it drops, okay? Marijuana is legal for adults in the Netherlands. The percentage of Americans who have used marijuana during their lifetime or in the last month is more than doubled the percentage of Dutch who have used pot. Okay, Marijuana should be legalized. The same type of restrictions that currently prohibit the sale of demon rum to minors could be enforced, and it may as well be that, as well as marijuana. The system would not be foolproof, and no system is because it's run by who man. But it would certainly be far less ludicrous than the same status quo. That's right, folks. It is the Irritating Show. And I'm your host, Crazy Ivan. We're going to do t-shirts. And today we're not going to do t-shirts. We're going to be selling t-shirts. Become a distributor. It is the Irritating Show. Hello, I'm Cedric Periwinkle. This has been an ISP Internet 11 Productions. This is the Irritating Show. We'll see you tomorrow.